Hey, what's up everybody? This is Omnipresident here with a tutorial on how to play the random advanced and secure game mode in Squad. In this video we're going to focus on some basic strategies and concepts that'll give you the knowledge you'll need to play this game mode effectively and make you an instant asset to your team. If you're a new squad leader or thinking about becoming a squad leader, this video is for you. And if you learn these basic concepts, it'll give you an instant advantage over the other squad leaders who don't already know these basics of how the game mode works. So let's get into it. For this example, we're going to use Gorodoc Random Advanced and Secure version 5, and for now we're just going to imagine that we have two infantry squads with logistics vehicles, also known as lodges, and we're not going to focus on helos or armor for this example, just for simplicity's sake. I'm also going to cover the use of a website called Squad Lanes in this tutorial because it's an essential part of RAAS. Squad Lanes is a website that shows you every layer in the game and their possible cap points. Now I know there's a little controversy about using this website to play Random Advanced and Secure, and people say it's hacking or cheating, but the reality is, and this is especially true for new players, if you're not using Squad Lanes, you're putting yourself at a massive disadvantage because almost everyone else is going to be using it. I've been banned from only one server for using Squad Lanes, and that's only because I announced that I was using it, but this was a Japanese server. I don't play there often, and it never happened again. Also, if you start using Squad Lanes a lot, chances are you're going to be playing the same maps over and over again, and you'll find yourself using it less and less. So it's not like it's going to be a constant crutch that you're going to need to lean on. So let's go to Squad Lanes, and as you can see here, there's a list of different maps and their cap points, and when we click on one of the points, it'll show you all the possible points that can potentially come after the point that we've just capped. We'll be using this map in order to figure out where we need to position our infantry squads in order to anticipate where the cap is going to go. Alright, so let's say it's the beginning of the game and you have your two infantry squads. You're going to want to get on comms and coordinate with the second squad who is going to cap the first point, also known as the back cap. Once you figure that out, you're going to want to check Squad Lanes and see where the second point might go, and have Squad 2 position themselves in a place where they can anticipate the next cap point. So the match starts, Squad 1 is going to instantly go to the first cap, and Squad 2 is going to anticipate where the second point is going to be. Once the first cap is done capping, Squad 2 is going to move to the second point and start capturing it. Squad 1 is now a free squad after they've captured the first point, and they're going to check Squad Lanes and see where the cap might go. And they're going to leapfrog or bound Squad 2 to the area where the third cap is going to be, and we're just going to proceed capping points like this for the rest of the game. The time when this is going to change is when we start taking enemy contact on the cap point. The moment we start taking contact on the cap, we need to shift our thinking into the concept of attack and defense squads. The number one reason why RAAS games are lost is because the defense squad moves off the defense point too quickly, the enemy moves in to attack our back cap, we start losing caps and get rolled back in the opposite direction, and every time the enemy caps a point that we control, they get 60 tickets, which gives them an advantage for the rest of the game. Once we cap the second point, Squad 1 will move to the third point and start capping it, while Squad 2 has already checked Squad Lanes, and they know that they need to move to the Neva area to anticipate where the fourth cap is going to be. At this point, it's probably a good time to place a fob, also known as a radio, and a hab, just in case we start getting enemy contact. Just for simplicity's sake, I'm not going to get into when and where to place radios, but I'd be happy to dive into that in a different video. So Squad 1 finishes capping the third point, and then Squad 2 moves into the fourth point to start capping. Since this is the mid-cap, let's just assume we're going to start taking enemy contact, and at this time we've immediately shifted our mindset into defending and attacking. Squad 1 is not, I repeat, not going to move off the third cap until Squad 2 is 100% sure that they've not only capped the point, but that they are able to completely defend it for a long period of time. Long enough so that when Squad 1 does move off the back cap to get the fifth point, they don't get overrun, leaving Squad 1 to scramble back to the third point and get on defense again. I just want to point out that this is not always a perfect strategy, and you're going to run into all types of variations, caveats, edge case scenarios where you'll need to take a step back, look at the map, look at all your assets and the team positioning, and make some tactical calls to get the game back on track. But for now, this is just the basic concept of how these two squads would work together in an ideal scenario. Alright, so at this point in time, let's say Squad 2 has taken the fourth cap and they're 100% certain they've got a handle on it and they're not going to lose it. And Squad 1 is going to move off the back cap and start attacking the fifth cap. And now we use the same process as before. One squad is attacking while the other squad defends. And the squad that is defending, once again, I repeat, they are not going to move off the back cap until squad 1 is done capping the 5th point. In a lot of RAAS games where you see a team move off the defense point too early and lose it, you'll see the entire team attacking the 4 cap, or you'll see 1 or 2 squads attacking and then a bunch of infantry squads off somewhere else in the map, totally out of position. And if you open your map and you see this happening in the game, you're most likely going to lose. So you should break contact with whatever you're doing and get on the back cap and go defend.
Now the main problem area is up here. All of this going on up here is what's causing me the most physical discomfort. It's like a visceral reaction of discontent coming from this area. This area is not good either. I hate this, but I'm mainly worried about this.
So once again, squad 1 captures the 5th point and squad 2 moves in to take the 6th point, and once again, squad 1 will defend until squad 2 takes the 6th point, and so on. Lastly, squad 2 captures the 6th point and squad 1 moves in to take their last cap, and once again, they capture that point, which is the enemy's last point, and the enemy team will start losing 1 ticket per second, effectively ending the game. Another thing I'd like to point out that's really important is how the ticketing system works, and why capping as many points in the beginning of the game doesn't really matter that much unless you can capture them all right away. Each team only gets tickets when they steal a point from the enemy team. This means no matter how many points you cap in the beginning of the game, at that point everyone still has the same amount of tickets. So if you cap all the way to the 6th point and then get rolled back and lose 4 points, well guess what? You've just given the enemy team 240 tickets. And that's why it's really important to defend your back cap as soon as you start taking enemy contact on the 4 cap. That's it for me, everybody. Thanks for watching.